Bigfoot comms, do you copy? Come in. Please stand by for video transmission in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, thank you for joining us again, Bigfoot Clan. I am so glad that you came back to see us again today and watch my videos. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. We're going to be doing a giveaway here pretty soon. Not one, but maybe 2 items that you're really going to like. So it's important that you make sure to comment in these videos that you have subscribed down below. Comment. And I'll pick a name out of the hat and contact you, and we'll get your address and get you something nice sent over to you. Today, we're going to be reviewing this Ailunce HD-1 GPS version. This is a radio that I've really grown to like here lately. I don't know, there's just not enough good I can say about it, really. It's one of the toughest radios, aside from the old Motorola's that I used to use. Starting there, let me give you a background on myself. I used to sell radios, program radios, did public safety radios, commercial, all kinds of stuff. Motorola's, Kenwoods, ICOMs, you know, all the big boys out there. Last couple of years, I've gotten back into radios. And so I have a little bit of knowledge on this stuff. Not an expert by any means, but I can show you what I do know, and I maybe can help you. So if you have any questions, ask them down in the comments, and I'll always try to get back to you, no matter what the question is. All right. So anyways, let's talk about here this Ailunce. This is an IP67 rated DMR analog radio that is built like a tank. It's built by the Shenzhen Redevis Corporation Limited out of China. And today, we're just going to talk over the specs, the capabilities of this unit, and we'll do some power testing to see what it's really putting out. A lot of times the manufacturer claims are close, but not real accurate in real world testing, depending on the antenna you have. You might put an aftermarket antenna. It also depends on the frequency you're using too. So anyways, let's jump right into the specs of this thing. Again, it's a dual band, VHF, UHF, dual watch, digital and analog radio. The frequency coverages are 136 to 174 VHF and 400 to 480 UHF. The advertised power, reading around on the internet and things, they say is 10 watts. And then on UHF high power, now that's VHF high power is 10 watts. UHF high power, they say 8 watts. Medium power for both VHF, UHF, they report at 3.5 watts. VHF, UHF on low power, they claim 1 watt. The channel capacity is about 3,000 channels, and I don't even know that many frequencies, but you might. So it does have that capability. It comes with a 7.4 volt lithium ion battery. Let's talk about that real quick for just a moment. When you order this, if you look on Amazon, it's going to show you the regular battery, the old school drop-in charger battery, but this does in fact come with the USB-C charging battery, which is nice. And I think the reason is because they've got rid of their old stock of batteries for these, and they still have, they're still making this radio apparently, and it's just cheaper for a company to make one battery, because I do believe this fits the new HD-2 as well. So it's just easier to manufacture and stock one battery instead of the old style and the new style. Just makes sense. So when you do order it, know you're going to get this USB-C charging battery. So let's see, we just talked about the battery. The size dimensions are 150 by 65 by 39 millimeter, and that's without the antenna. It does have a radio receiver, so you can listen to all your jams out there in the woods or wherever you're tromping around. And it does have the Motorola Digital Protocol, the ETS ITS 102. If you're familiar with any of that stuff, if you're not, we're going to go over that in another video. What you get in the box is the antenna, a desktop charger, a belt clip, a hand strap that I personally never use. My big old Bigfoot paws are just too big for that hand strap to go over anyway. The other thing you're going to get is a programming cable, and it is the Motorola style, which you have to take this screw out here, and it's the flat pin, and this has got the screw in it to continue to keep this thing IP67 waterproof. Does not have the old school 2-pin Kenwood style plug-in like a lot of other Chinese radios do. They did go ahead and do that, and they built the body a lot like the Motorola too. It really is reminiscent of a Motorola radio, and it's very tough. Let's go ahead and let's jump in and do some power testing on this thing. And the one thing I do want to show you before, in programming, as far as that's concerned, is in the software, you are able to change the splash screen, and you will have to create a BMP file, which I will actually show you how to do that in the next video on this. But let me just kind of show you what that looks like when you turn it on. I've customized mine to the Bigfoot Comms logo there. And there you go with the big bright screen. We're already in VFO mode. And what we're going to do on the power testing is we're just going to go from 136, couple frequencies in VHF, couple frequencies in UHF, and then we're going to just kind of see what the power is on that. And just for you sad hams out there, let me get this antenna off while I'm talking. You sad hams out there, I am using a dummy load with my little SureCom SW33 Plus, and so I am not transmitting on the coveted ham bands. I am just doing some power testing here. These little SureComs aren't scientific measurements, but they're good enough to get the job done, to give you an idea of what you're doing. Okay, so we're on 136, and let me make sure you can see this meter, and we are, I think, let me check this power. Right now it's on low. Let me switch this thing up to high. Okay, we are on high power, and let me make sure you can see that, and I'm going to key up. And on high, we were getting 8.6, if you can see that. And then I'm going to jump up to the 170 band. You can see that there. And we're going to key up, and remember this is on high power, so I'm trying to get the camera focusing right there for you. So 8.47, and that is on VHF again. Let's jump over to UHF to 400 megahertz and on high power, and let's see what we can do. 7.82 it looks like. Let's jump up here to 470 and see what we're getting there. This just kind of gives you a general idea. You're going to have to play with this yourself. Looks like 7.98 at the meter. Now, I did see it jump to 8, but it jumped back down to 7.98. Close enough. So anyways, let's jump down to low power on that 470, and let's see what we do. Just shy of a watt, and that is what it's supposed to. It's what it says it'll do. Let's jump down to the 130, back to VHF. 130. We'll do 139, 100, and just see there, and that's VHF. 0.14, about a half a watt. It's not doing a lot there. Let's go up to 170 and see what we're doing there. Remember, this is low power. And about 0.72. And let me jump it up to mid wattage on that same frequency. And we're doing almost 4 watts, 3.92. We'll go back to 460, let's say. Just trying to give you some general ideas here. And we're doing about the same, about 4.63 there. So anyways, let's just go over some of the pros and the cons real quick of this. The pros on this radio, it's a very tough, it holds a lot of memory channels. It's IP67, waterproof, dust proof, has a pretty sensitive receiver, nice loud clear mic. The microphone is really loud, actually. You might even have to turn it down. It does have that function. I've got excellent receiver ports with it. It's got plenty of power to reach out there. I did do some field testing in my last video, and you might have seen that at the end of the video. I did transmit and was able to reach my repeater at 9 miles away, and that's my handy talkie to the repeater, and that's sitting inside my car, which is pretty good. Usually the cars just kill these little portable antennas. Don't do very well, but that was actually sitting inside my car, and I'm going to add that video at the end of this video, that little clip, just so that you can see that for those of you who haven't gone and watched that video yet. I'm going to do that for you. So even if I sign off of here, just hang in there with me for a minute and you'll see that clip. The cons, I do wish the radio would scan a little faster. I also found that the channel knob is a little slow to react when you're changing channels. It kind of lags behind and you have to turn it just a little bit slower. And I'm digging this radio so far. It has a great battery life, and it's tough enough to bang around as an EDC radio. It seems really reliable. I haven't begun to dig into all the DMR programming. We're going to do that stuff later for all you that have trouble with that stuff. And if you guys tell me what you guys are wanting me to review, make sure you put that stuff down in the comments, because I can't read minds, of course. And all I can do is choose a good variety of radios and show them to you. But it all depends on what you guys want to see. And that way I can work on getting that done for you. As usual, guys, just like and subscribe to these videos. It does help us out. It keeps us going. And we do appreciate every single one of you that subscribes to the channel. It does help us tremendously. Come back for lots of fun. Remember, we're going to be doing giveaways. So if you don't subscribe, I can't get you a free radio. And we're going to be doing a couple of them too. So I'm going to try to do a mobile and I'm going to try to do a portable. But either way, you can't win if you don't subscribe, because I can't pick your name out. So please do that. And remember, as soon as I'm done talking here, I'm going to add that clip in for you so that you can see this little Ailunce HD-1 in action. And like I said, I was about 9 miles out, talking clearly through the IC980 Pro. I was really surprised at how well it did. I'm going to push it to its further limits too. I just haven't had a chance to do that just yet. Anyways, we're going to sign off of here. This has been long enough. I don't want to eat up your whole day. Stand by for that clip of the Ailunce HD-1 talking 9 miles to the repeater. And I'm going to sign off, and I appreciate you guys. And you guys come back for the next video. And we're out.
Flashback.
All right, we're here with the handy talkie now, the Ailunce HD-1 GPS. And wow, I'm surprised about this one. Anyways, it's hitting the repeater, and you should be able to hear me. Radio service, radio check, test 1 2, test 1 2. Still about 8.5 9 miles from the repeater as the crow flies, so that's doing pretty well. I'm shocked. Yeah, I mean, so I know going back into town it's going to work all the way. This is kind of a view of where I'm at and where I'm stopped, just so you can see everything. I'm just kind of parked out here, just kind of hanging out. Show you again here, and you can see the screen light up. Radio service, radio check. There you go.